Could a simple number unlock your soul's deepest journey? The last digit of your birth year is a secret code revealing your purpose, challenges, and gifts. Today, we'll unveil its mysteries and guide you to true awakening. Ready to see your life in a new light? Since birth, an invisible energy shapes your path and destiny. The last digit of your birth year holds this ancient wisdom, a sacred map just for you. Discover how understanding it can reveal your strengths and invite profound change. What if your birth year's last digit is more than a number, a spiritual signature guiding your soul's evolution? We'll explore 11 insights revealing how it shapes your life, gifts, and mission. Get ready to awaken and transform now. Discover the hidden power of the last digit of your birth year, a spiritual key to your life's path. Have you ever sensed since birth that there's something uniquely different about you? Like an invisible energy constantly guiding your steps, shaping your experiences, and quietly influencing your destiny? If you've ever wondered where that feeling comes from, it might be more than mere intuition. According to profound Buddhist philosophy, the last digit of your birth year isn't just a random number, it's a sacred seal. A spiritual marker revealing the deepest truths about your essence, your karma, and the mission you were born to fulfill in this lifetime. What's truly remarkable is that this single digit can unlock so many mysteries of your life. Why do certain situations keep recurring? Why do you attract specific types of people into your world? Why do some parts of your life flow effortlessly, while others seem stuck in endless loops? Buddhist wisdom teaches that this number vibrates with your unique energy, defining your soul's journey, the lessons you've come to learn, the challenges you must face, and the virtues you carry over from past lives. In this video, I'm going to unveil the meaning of each number from 0 to 9 with a depth and insight you've never seen before. This isn't just a surface-level reading, it's a revelation. It's an awakening. When you begin to understand the energy you've carried with you since the moment you were born, suddenly everything starts to fall into place, and life aligns in powerful, meaningful ways. If you're passionate about spirituality, health, and self-discovery, give this video a like. Subscribe to the channel so you never miss this kind of transformative content. Because here, we focus on what truly matters. And I want to hear from you. Drop a comment telling me where you're watching from. I'm curious to see just how far this spiritual message is reaching. Now, you might be wondering, how can a simple number reveal so much about who you are? Here's where things get fascinating. In Buddhist thought, numbers are far more than tools for counting or marking time. They are living vibrations, sacred symbols imbued with specific energies, a kind of spiritual signature. When understood, these numbers unlock the mystery behind why you feel the way you do, why you attract certain people or experiences, and why certain life events seem to happen to you but not to others. Buddhist monks have long believed that each number holds the power to open portals, not the mystical, fantasy kind, but internal gateways that lead to hidden parts of your soul. Each number connects to aspects of your being, your personality, destiny, life lessons, unresolved traumas, and karmic cycles you may be unknowingly repeating. All this rich vibration is encoded in the last digit of your birth year. And here's the most incredible part. You've carried this energy all your life. From your very first breath, your first step, Even before you could understand, this number has shaped your decisions, your fears, your dreams, and your relationships. Every moment you've lived is touched by its unique frequency. Now, by unlocking the meaning of this number, you will finally be able to name those feelings that once felt like vague, unexplainable sensations. This is not about boxing you into a limited identity, it's about expanding your consciousness, gaining crystal clear insight into your life story. It's about understanding why some things felt effortless while others felt like mountains to climb. Each number represents a particular strength, an energy that accompanies you, and when embraced, can become your greatest ally. Before we dive into the meanings of each number, here's a crucial tip, especially if you're someone who loves exploring life's hidden connections. Don't just focus on your own number. Take a look at the numbers of the people closest to you. The harmony, challenges, and dynamics between these numbers hold secrets about your relationships and shared journeys. Unlocking the vibrations, understanding your number and the people you love. In the last section, we revealed how the last digit of your birth year carries deep spiritual meaning that shapes your life's path. Now, let's dive deeper, because this understanding isn't just about you. It extends to those closest to you, your partner, your children, your parents, grandparents, and your dearest friends. You might be surprised at what you discover when you explore the vibrations behind their numbers. Suddenly, behaviors that once seemed like mere personality quirks or inexplicable patterns reveal themselves as part of a larger soul mission. Challenges, tendencies, and repeated dynamics take on new meaning, and more often than not, you'll see that your numbers align in ways that are far from coincidence. There's a powerful, invisible web connecting your journeys. Seeing this bigger picture brings clarity and compassion. It allows you to understand not only yourself but the intricate dance of relationships around you. So don't just observe your own number. Try seeing the world through the numbers of those you love. This sacred knowledge can transform not only your life but the quality and depth of your connections. Now, let's start with one of the most misunderstood numbers, 0. Many believe 0 represents nothingness, emptiness, or absence, but Buddhist spirituality tells a different story. 0 is everything and nothing simultaneously. It is both the beginning and the end, the complete cycle, the sacred space where all creation begins. Because nothing is fixed, everything flows and transforms. If your birth year ends in 0, you carry a profound energy of rebirth, cycles, and constant reconstruction. This explains the way your life unfolds, marked by major transitions that often feel like endings and new beginnings tangled together. You might have experienced dramatic changes, shifting careers, moving cities, transforming relationships, or even rewiring your entire way of thinking. To an outsider, this might seem like instability, but to your soul, it's a powerful declaration. This no longer serves me. It's time for something new. This constant cycle of building, breaking, and starting over gifts you with an enviable flexibility and resilience. Yet, it also brings a challenge, the feeling of never truly being ready. Like a river that continually changes course, you flow forward, but sometimes it feels exhausting, like you're chasing a destination that never quite appears. But here's the truth, you're not behind. You're simply living at the unique pace of your soul. learning to trust the flow even when the path seems unclear. What's more, this energy gifts you with an extraordinary ability to find peace amid chaos. When others see ruins, you envision new beginnings. When everyone feels lost, you find the way forward. The people around you may not realize how many times you've had to rebuild yourself. But the fact that you're here now, watching this video, is proof that you have survived and thrived despite every challenge. Zero doesn't impose limits, it invites possibilities. It opens doors to countless paths and futures. You feel like you're still under construction. That something vast and incredible is waiting to unfold, even if you don't yet know what it is. That's because zero is the number of pure potential, the origin of even the most unlikely dreams. To fully embrace this energy, you must learn to trust. Trust in endings as sacred transitions. And most importantly, trust in new beginnings as the fertile ground for your growth. Yes, there will be moments of doubt, times when you feel lost, watching others move confidently toward their plans while you're still rediscovering yourself. But this isn't weakness, it's courage. The courage to remain authentic, even when the world pressures you to conform. Your path is unique, and the more you accept this truth, the more your life will begin to harmonize with your deepest essence. So, if you were born with this mark, remember this: zero is not emptiness. It is space. It is freedom. It is limitless possibility. Embracing leadership and vision, the power of number one. In the previous section, we explored the vast potential of zero, the number of endless possibilities and rebirth. Now, let's step into the energy of number one, the powerful force that breaks inertia and sparks new beginnings. You didn't come into this world to follow old formulas or repeat worn-out patterns. You came to open new doors, to teach others that the end of a cycle is never the end of life. It's the beginning of a new, stronger version of yourself. If your birth year ends in 1, you carry the energy of leadership, initiative, and creation. Number 1 is the very first step, the spark that moves you forward even when the path is unclear. From an early age, you may have sensed an inner strength that defies explanation, the urge to make decisions independently, to forge a path where none existed before. Those who bear the number 1 are often restless visionaries. They see opportunities and possibilities invisible to others. That urgent fire in your chest is a call to create something remarkable, to leave a legacy far beyond the ordinary. But with this powerful drive comes a unique challenge. Leading often means walking without a clear map, feeling isolated, misunderstood, or even rejected by those who cannot keep pace with your vision. Perhaps you've been labeled bossy, too controlling, or overly independent. Yet, beneath these judgments is a soul simply yearning to break limits and move forward. Refusing stagnation, if unchecked, this energy can manifest as self-imposed pressure, perfectionism, rigidity, or isolation. Learning to trust others, delegate, and share your journey is essential. True leadership isn't about carrying every burden alone. It's about inspiring others to join you in forging new paths. The good news? This energy of initiative gives you a rare edge. While others dream and plan, you are already acting. You learn quickly, turning failures into invaluable lessons, growing faster with each stumble. Even if sometimes it feels like you're behind, remember that your path is uniquely yours. Here's a vital caution: don't let your independence become a shield that keeps others out. You don't need to prove your worth in every moment. Real strength lies in vulnerability, in asking for help and truly listening. When you lower your guard, you'll find deeper connections and unexpected opportunities opening up effortlessly. Another remarkable gift of this energy is courage, the courage to start over, to change everything if necessary, and to swim against the current. This boldness might unsettle those comfortable with the familiar, but it also makes you a shining beacon, a spark of light amid sameness. Use this power wisely. The world desperately needs fearless starters, trailblazers who dare to pioneer new ways. So, if your birth year ends with the number 1, embrace your calling. You are not here to mirror others, you're here to lead, to guide, to ignite. But remember, even the strongest leaders need rest, care, and a sanctuary where they can simply be themselves. When you find this balance, nothing can stand in your way. And if your birth year ends with the number 2, stay tuned, because your mission is one of quiet strength, harmony, and profound connection. The compassionate bridge, embracing the energy of number 2. Building on the powerful, pioneering energy of number 1, we now turn to the gentle but profound force of number 2, the energy that acts as a bridge between extremes, between chaos and calm. If your birth year ends in 2, you carry a unique gift, the ability to listen deeply before you speak, to feel emotions more intensely than most people notice. From a young age, you may have felt different, more sensitive, more affected by conflict, more burdened by heavy environments. Your soul arrived with a sacred mission, to restore peace. Yet this gift, as beautiful as it is, also opens you to deep emotional pain. People with the number 2 are profoundly empathetic. You sense what others feel without a single word being said. This gift allows you to connect on a soulful level. But it can also be exhausting. You often absorb emotions that aren't yours, suffering silently for others, caring so deeply that you sometimes forget to care for yourself. In countless moments, you might have dimmed your light, held back your voice, or chosen silence just to avoid hurting others. You've stayed in places you no longer wished to be, simply to keep the peace. Perhaps you've felt like the emotional anchor for family, friends, and partners, holding everything steady even when no one else notices or thanks you. That feeling of invisibility, of being overlooked despite your immense effort, can be deeply painful. Yet, that pain carries a powerful message, a calling to prioritize yourself, to treat yourself with the same tenderness and compassion you so freely give to others. The energy of number 2 is steeped in ancestral wisdom. You have an innate ability to mediate, to see both sides of a story, and to uncover the deeper truths beneath conflicts. It's no wonder that many seek your advice, drawn to your calm and welcoming presence. But remember, your mission isn't to save or fix others. It's to inspire by example, to show that balance can be achieved without losing yourself in the process. This number speaks deeply of partnerships and shared affection. You thrive in union, in genuine connection. However, your challenge lies in finding relationships rooted in true reciprocity, not dependence. People with the number 2 often attract those in need of healing. If you are not whole yourself, you risk losing yourself while trying to mend others. So take care of your own heart first. Only a person who is whole can give love without breaking. There is a quiet, formidable strength within you, Don't let anyone mistake your kindness for weakness. Your strength is in your consistency, in your gentle endurance, in the peace you offer even when chaos surrounds you. The world desperately needs people like you. Those who can unite where there is division and listen when everyone else is shouting. If you carry the number 2, your soul has made a pact with peace. But true peace can never come from abandoning yourself. Balance begins within, so look upon yourself with the same kindness and understanding you extend to the world. When you truly value yourself, the universe aligns everything around you. And now, if your birth year ends in 3, get ready to tap into a vibrant, creative, and expansive energy. The number 3 is about joyful expression, communication, and connection. Let's explore what that means for you. The vibrant spark. Embracing the energy of number 3. Following the compassionate balance of number 2, we now enter the radiant, expressive world of number 3. If your birth year ends with a 3, you carry an energy that lights up any space, bright, charismatic, and spontaneous. From a young age, you likely stood out by bringing joy wherever you went, whether through your words, your art, your humor, or simply your captivating presence. But beneath that shimmering brightness often lies a soul that uses joy as a protective shield. The energy of 3 is intense, it feels everything deeply, lives every moment with amplified emotion, joy, pain, beauty, sorrow. To handle this emotional intensity, your soul has crafted creative outlets, humor, exaggeration, art, and distractions that act like escape valves. Perhaps you're the one who lifts others' spirits while silently concealing your own wounds behind a smile. The joker who cracks a joke when really crying out for help. The social butterfly surrounded by friends, yet sometimes overwhelmed by a loneliness that words can't capture. The number 3's energy flows like a never-ending fountain of ideas, dreams, and projects. Yet, this boundless creativity often lacks focus or structure. You might dive into countless ventures with excitement, only to lose steam, leaving many things half-finished. That can lead to frustration, self-doubt, or feelings of being undisciplined. But here's the truth. You don't lack talent or potential. You just need to learn to channel your energy with purpose. You can keep your lightness while becoming more intentional. You were born to express through music, writing, speaking, a touch, or a look that moves souls. When you share your gifts, people listen, your art transforms, your presence touches others in ways that are both subtle and profound. The world needs your energy now more than ever. It needs beauty, truth, and the magic you create by turning the ordinary into something extraordinary. Your challenge, though, is not to get lost in distractions or live only on the surface. You have immense depth, wisdom, and stories waiting to be told. Sometimes, you run from your own pain, choosing to stay in the colorful, joyful facade. That's okay. But when you dare to dive deeper, to face your authentic self with courage, everything shifts. Your creations gain soul, your words heal, your presence becomes a guiding light. Remember, even light casts shadows. It's okay to feel, to slow down, and to admit when you're not okay. This vulnerability doesn't diminish you, it draws you closer to your truth. And the more real you are with yourself, the stronger your energy becomes, touching the world in meaningful ways. So, if your birth year ends with the number 3, embrace your mission, to express, to inspire, to transform, but never lose yourself in the process. When you find this balance, your life becomes a masterpiece. And coming next, if your birth year ends in 4, you carry the powerful energy of structure, stability, and the gift of building solid foundations. The steadfast builder, embracing the energy of number 4. Picking up from the vibrant energy of number 3, now we explore the profound energy of number 4, the soul built for structure, stability, and resilience. From a young age, you may have sensed a unique responsibility resting on your shoulders, the need to be the example, the mature one who endures, the steady rock who fixes what's broken. Sometimes, this weight feels heavier than it should. You carry the world quietly, often unnoticed, while your own exhaustion goes unseen. The energy of number 4 brings a practical, rational mind that thrives on results. You crave stability, security, and clarity, knowing exactly where you stand. Your ability to plan, organize, and calculate allows you to achieve goals that many admire but lack the discipline to pursue. Yet, this need for control and order can become a double-edged sword. It can confine you in protective routines and patterns that may no longer serve your growth. How many times have you clung to a relationship that no longer fits just because it seemed like the right thing to do? Or ignored your gut instinct because the familiar path appeared safer? This energy asks you to understand that firmness is not the same as rigidity. True stability embraces change as part of growth. Sometimes, tearing down old structures is necessary to build something far stronger and more beautiful. Even with all your rationality and discipline, you feel deeply, though you rarely reveal it. You guard your vulnerabilities, preferring to appear composed, balanced, and reliable. Many don't realize the emotional struggles you carry quietly inside. But even the most unshakable foundations need care and maintenance. Self-care isn't a luxury, it's essential to your mission. What makes the number 4 truly remarkable is its incredible resilience. You fall 10 times and rise 11. You face crises, heartbreaks, and setbacks, yet keep building, moving forward steadily. This kind of consistency is a rare and precious gift, one that many admire but few possess. Still, even this strength benefits from a touch of lightness, faith, and the permission to occasionally improvise. Because living isn't just about planning and control, it's about feeling, flowing, and surrendering when needed. If number 4 is your mark, embrace your role as the builder, the foundation, the one who brings order to chaos. But remember, the strongest foundations are those that adapt gracefully to the terrain. You didn't come just to erect walls. You came to create living structures where souls, yours included, can grow and flourish. And now, if your birth year ends in 5, prepare to meet a soul driven by a wild, restless spirit, the energy of freedom, change, and endless exploration. Embracing the restless spirit of number 5 and the compassionate heart of number 6. Following the steady and grounded energy of number 4, we now journey into the dynamic world of number 5, the energy of freedom, change, and restless exploration. Impulsivity can be both a gift and a challenge. It propels you beyond the familiar, nudging you out of your comfort zone. Yet it can also scatter your energy, leaving you feeling exhausted and unstable. If your birth year ends in 5, you embody the spirit of the explorer, forever curious and hungry to discover not just new places, but fresh ideas, philosophies, people, and ways of being. Your mind is a whirlwind of questions, always pushing boundaries, refusing to settle for ready-made answers. It's no surprise you often feel 2 steps ahead, already reinventing your path while others are still debating the old routes. People might label you as fickle, inconsistent, or unpredictable, but what they fail to see is your deep consistency, constant movement, perpetual growth. You transform to survive and adapt to thrive. Even your failures are stepping stones, lessons that teach you to rise better and wiser than before. But here's a vital truth: freedom isn't the absence of commitment. It's having the courage to choose what truly resonates and to stay dedicated to it. Not every tie is a chain. Some commitments become sacred spaces where your spirit expands and flourishes. When you find that alignment, life flows with a grace that surprises even you. If number 5 is your mark, embrace the call to change and movement. But don't run from your own depth. Your greatest journey won't be just geographical. It will be the inward voyage of self-discovery. The moment you stop running and declare, "Now I know who I am, and I am free to go wherever my soul desires." Now, shifting from the restless winds of 5, we arrive at the profound and tender energy of number 6. Those born with 6 carry the powerful vibration of love, compassion, and devoted service. From early on, you may have taken on the roles of caregiver, peacemaker, and emotional anchor in your family or community. You feel others' pain as deeply as your own and willingly shoulder burdens without complaint. Your heart is vast and generous, offering comfort and healing without expecting anything in return. Yet, beneath this boundless care often lies a soul that forgets to care for itself. The challenge for the number 6 is learning that love is not about sacrifice at the cost of your well-being. You attract those in need, people seeking shelter, healing, and solace, and you provide it with unwavering devotion. But understanding that your compassion doesn't mean carrying everyone's burdens is one of the most difficult lessons to grasp. Setting boundaries without guilt becomes essential, yet often elusive. There's a rare beauty in how you perceive the world. Where others see failure, you see potential. Where darkness lingers, you shine light. Your presence transforms spaces, heals unseen wounds, and turns any environment into a sanctuary of love and safety. But remember, even the most selfless caregivers need rest and nurturing. Your heart deserves the same comfort you so freely give to others. The number 6 energy is deeply entwined with family, home, and roots. Whether you cherish strong emotional bonds or have endured their absence, this search for true belonging follows you. Your soul's mission is to forge authentic connections with others, with yourself, and with the larger tapestry of life. Balancing care and self-love, the deep wisdom of numbers 6 and 7. Building from the profound compassion and care we explored with number 6. Now we step into the quiet depths of number 7, the seeker of truth. The soul that refuses to settle for surface answers. But first, let's finish the thought on number 6. Love without attachment. Care without control. It's easy to confuse these, isn't it? How often do we pour ourselves out until there's almost nothing left? Mistaking exhaustion for devotion? Yet, true love, the kind your soul carries, doesn't demand self-erasure. It's vibrant and full of life, calling you not only to nurture others but to cherish and protect your own spirit. Remember, your dreams, your passions, your voice, these are part of your healing energy too. When you learn to say no without guilt, you'll discover a powerful expansion within yourself, a radiant energy that heals just by being present. If 6 is your mark, honor your mission to care, but promise yourself that you will care for you as fiercely as you do for others. That sacred balance is your true power. Now, shifting gently to number 7, if this is your mark, then your soul is a profound traveler on the path of introspection and spiritual awakening. You didn't come here to skim the surface of life but to dive into its depths, searching relentlessly for meaning beyond what the eyes reveal. The energy of 7 is one of wisdom, mystery, and quiet power. From early on, you may have sensed that your mind worked differently. Your questions ran deeper, while others chased external distractions. You sought the invisible currents beneath the surface. You might have been the quiet observer, the child with unanswerable questions, often feeling misunderstood or out of place. But that difference? It's your greatest gift. The number 7 has a natural bond with the unseen, spiritual realms. Ancestral knowledge, subtle signs the ordinary miss. Maybe you don't follow any one religion, but you feel a guiding presence, a whisper from the universe through dreams, synchronicities, or intuitive nudges. And when you connect to that inner voice, whether through meditation, creative expression, or sacred silence, everything starts to fall into place, like your soul remembering a path it once knew. Yet, with this depth comes challenge. The 7 soul craves solitude, retreat, silence, essential for reflection and renewal. But too much isolation can become a barrier, disconnecting you from the world and the relationships that ground you in reality. One of your greatest lessons is learning to balance the richness of your spiritual inner life with presence in the physical world. How do you weave profound wisdom with everyday simplicity? How do you share your clarity without withdrawing into solitude? Others often come to you seeking comfort, advice, or just your calm presence. You radiate a quiet strength that soothes even when inside you feel fragmented. Perhaps you've grown adept at hiding your vulnerabilities, wearing a mask of composure. But the true blossoming of the 7 soul happens when you dare to be authentic, when you show your doubts, your questions, your fears. It is in that raw honesty that your deepest wisdom and light shine brightest. So if 7 is your mark, embrace your sacred journey, not just the search for answers but the courage to live your truth openly. Because true wisdom isn't just knowing, it's also feeling, struggling, and connecting with the world while holding your inner mysteries close. This balance is where your power lies, and the world awaits your unique light. Embracing wisdom and manifestation. The journey of numbers 7 and 8. Building upon the introspective depth we explored with number 7, we now step into the powerful energy of number 8, the master of manifestation, balance, and leadership. The energy of 7 also carries a profound thirst, a deep hunger for learning, for quiet reflection, and for knowledge that liberates the soul. When this wisdom is transformed into practice, when you share what you know, teach others, or guide with heartfelt insight, you fulfill one of the soul's most beautiful purposes, illuminating the paths of those around you with words that resonate from within. If the number 7 marks your spirit, cherish your deep nature, Yet remember, the spiritual path is not meant to be walked alone. Sometimes, the simplest hug, a candid conversation, or the warm presence of another soul brings the lightness that balances your inner depths. It is in this beautiful blend of solitude and connection that your soul finds the harmony it has long sought. Now, if your birth year ends in 8, you carry the energy of realization and power. Number 8 symbolizes the balance between heaven and earth, the spiritual and the material, a dynamic force of manifestation, leadership, and prosperity. From an early age, you may have felt an undeniable drive to achieve, grow, and leave a meaningful legacy behind. But here's the deeper truth. This drive is not mere ambition, it is the clarion call of your soul. Perhaps you've noticed an inner restlessness that refuses to settle for mediocrity. You seek more impact, more purpose, more meaning in every endeavor. This powerful energy often comes with the weight of expectation, the pressure to succeed, to be strong for others, to never falter. When the number 8 is not balanced, life can feel like walking a tightrope between soaring success and debilitating burnout. Your natural talents for leadership, problem solving, and turning ideas into reality are extraordinary. You excel at creating order from chaos and forging new paths where others see only obstacles. Yet, this relentless drive can isolate you, pulling you away from lightness, rest, and the simple joys of life. Over time, the challenge for you is learning to stop, to trust the flow, and to relinquish control. When disconnected from your inner essence, this energy can lead to imbalance, financial troubles, hollow relationships, anxiety, and a deep emptiness despite outward achievements. True success for you is not measured only by material gain but by how authentically your external accomplishments mirror your internal truth. Many with the number 8 have had to grow up fast, shoulder heavy responsibilities, and constantly prove their worth. Perhaps you've endured painful setbacks, financial loss, broken promises, or betrayals, especially in areas where you invested your heart most deeply. But all these trials are part of your soul's education, teaching you that strength does not require rigidity, and prosperity does not demand sacrificing your spirit. Deep within, number 8 also carries a powerful spiritual call. At some point, often unexpectedly, you realize that wealth, status, and goals no longer satisfy. A hunger arises to serve, to contribute, to make a lasting impact beyond personal gain. It is at this pivotal moment, when your purpose aligns with your power, that you become truly unstoppable. If 8 is your mark, embrace your mission to build, to create, and to lead. But above all, remember that the most important structure you can construct is the one that shelters your inner peace. Build a foundation so strong yet so flexible that it nurtures not only your ambitions but also your soul's deepest needs. Embracing compassion and completion, the journey of number 9. Continuing from the powerful manifestation energy of number 8, we now arrive at the profound vibration of number 9, the energy of compassion, wisdom, and the sacred completion of cycles. If the last digit of your birth year is 9, you carry one of the highest and most transformative energies. 9 represents the closing of a long journey, a culmination of lessons that stretch beyond this lifetime. Touching past lives and karmic cycles, people marked by this number often experience a deep, sometimes inexplicable sensitivity to the world's suffering, as if their hearts are perpetually open and vulnerable. From a young age, you may have sensed an invisible burden, a profound loneliness, even in crowds, or a quiet knowing that your mission transcends titles, possessions, or worldly success. You are here to serve on a grand scale, to heal, to teach, to transform pain into empathy, and empathy into meaningful action. Others naturally gravitate towards your calm strength, seeking your wisdom and comfort in times of confusion or despair. Yet beneath this outer calm, you may wrestle with giving too much, feeling too deeply, and carrying emotional weights that do not belong to you. One of your greatest soul lessons is learning to extend the same compassion inward, to care for yourself as tenderly as you care for others. The number 9 is intricately connected to social justice, humanitarian efforts, and spiritual causes. Your heart draws you to stories, people, and projects that ignite your passion and compassion. But beware the danger of losing yourself in these noble endeavors. You are not called to absorb the world's pain but to be a transformative presence that uplifts without self-sacrifice. Your own healing, rest, and boundaries are sacred and necessary. Life for those with this energy often involves significant losses, poignant farewells, and transformative relationships. You are the bridge between endings and beginnings, the quiet force facilitating closure and renewal for yourself and those around you. This demanding role has required you to develop emotional maturity and spiritual resilience early in life, often in ways others may never fully understand. Yet, the most radiant truth about the number 9 is this: the more you embrace your sensitivity, the more it blossoms into a radiant light. Your presence becomes healing, your words carry power, and your story serves as a beacon for others seeking meaning. You become both a mirror reflecting others' struggles and a lighthouse guiding them toward hope, but only when you honor your own journey with equal compassion. If 9 is your mark, fully embrace your mission. Remember, closing cycles is not about erasing yourself. It is about transforming, evolving, and becoming a bridge between what was and what can be. Now that you understand your number's meaning, perhaps many past experiences, the repeated cycles, seemingly irrational decisions, and moments of confusion, begin to reveal their purpose. This number has quietly guided your soul, acting as a constant yet subtle compass. It's not a sentence, but a key, a spiritual map showing why you are here. Even if you don't consciously remember, a part of your soul chose this path, this number, and this life for a vital reason. Rejecting this truth would be like refusing a precious gift that contains your soul's blueprint. As you awaken to this vibration within, everything starts to shift. You release excessive self-judgment and comparisons. Instead, you cultivate self-acceptance filled with lightness, clarity, and profound compassion for yourself and for the world. Embracing your energy, the key to living fully aligned. Building on the profound understanding of your birth year's last digit, it's natural to ask, why me? Why do certain challenges keep repeating? The truth is, the answer might be quietly encoded in that final number, a spiritual signature that reveals not just your struggles, but also your unique strengths and purpose. This number is far more than just a digit. It's the energy that guides your journey, shaping the lessons you'll encounter and the gifts you carry within. When you begin to recognize and embrace this vibration, You start to act with greater awareness, make wiser choices, and live with a clearer sense of purpose. But don't be fooled. This doesn't mean life suddenly becomes easy or free of hardship. No, life remains a dance of trials and triumphs, mistakes and breakthroughs. What changes is your relationship with those experiences. Instead of feeling lost or stuck, you begin to flow with life's currents. The challenges no longer feel like punishments but invitations to grow and evolve. Ever wondered why some patterns in your life seem to repeat endlessly? Why certain emotions rise like unexpected waves? These aren't coincidences. They are profound signs, signals from your soul urging you to learn, to heal, to transform. So now that this knowledge is within your grasp, what will you do with it? Will you ignore it, continuing on autopilot, or will you embrace it, allowing it to reshape your life, your relationships, and your deepest choices? The power is yours. And here's the truth: once awakened, this awareness never truly fades. Your soul remembers, and it calls you forward. As you reflect on this video, notice how many moments sparked recognition. How often did you pause and think, "That's why I've felt that way," or "That explains so much"? When we connect with wisdom that transcends logic, something profound stirs within us, a stirring that cannot be undone. Remember, that last digit of your birth year isn't a trivial detail. It's an energetic code, a compass present since your very first breath. It speaks to who you are, what you've come to learn, and the transformations you are ready to embrace. When you honor this vibration, life begins to respond differently, opening doors you never imagined and illuminating paths that align with your true self. If this message resonated with you, please like this video. It helps more people discover these vital insights. Subscribe to the channel for more content that matters to your soul's journey. And do me and yourself a favor. Comment below with where you're watching from. I want to witness how far this energy is traveling, how many hearts it touches. Always remember, your journey isn't random. The numbers that accompany you aren't mere chance. They are the sacred map of your soul's purpose. Now that you've begun to decode this map, your path forward will never look the same again.